What episode of Just Ranchin is this? What are we doing today?
Today we're going to start a bronc. He's an older horse, but I'm going to show you kind of what I do. You know, there's all different ways how to do it, but my biggest deal is get on them and get them outside, let them see some country. All the old timers say sore back, tender hooves what makes good cow ponies, but the more groundwork you do with these colts is good, but when you got 20 to ride in a day, sometimes you don't have time to do the groundwork you need to, so saddle them and get on them and go to trotting them around. It's kind of my program, just get them outside and show them some country. Want to run your bronc in the bronc pen, get him to moving out. To me, the biggest thing on getting a horse started, you can't do anything unless they're moving forward. You got to have forward motion to do anything. Stop, spin. But getting caught, and all this is going to set up for when we ride him. But you want to be able to drive him around here, and when you release him, you want him to face up, just like he did. And most important thing on this, I like rewarding him, letting him stand there a minute, and letting him know that's what he needs to do. If he doesn't do it good, go ahead and go back to him and drive him around again. But as soon as you release, you want him to face up. And that'll all make sense in a minute when we get on him and somebody's driving me around on him. You'll do that same thing so you don't have to make him stop. The horse driving you around, the flag guy, will make you stop. But once you get him that way, send him another way. And do this until that colt's hooked up as good as this one. But all you're looking for is for them to stop and face you. And that can be, you can get in a fight, and more good colts will do it better, and if he's not hooked up to you, he won't do it as good. But if you can gain a little every day, the better off you'll be. And you know, on a bronc, you might have to come to your horn right here to get him to face up to you. But once you get him doing that good, basically what I'm going to do here, you're just kind of teaching them how to lead, but move their feet at the same time. You want him to follow you around, just like walking a little circle, and you want that inside leg stepping underneath like he's doing right there. And once he walks that circle stepping under, reward him and walk away. And then give him a minute. And do that 2 or 3 times on that side, and once he does good, swap over to this other side. See, he's walking forward and putting this inside leg underneath that back foot. That's what you're looking for there. And once he does it, lead him out of it. And you know, a bronc isn't going to do it that good. And when you lead him out of it, he's not going to want to lead if he's not halter broke that good. So what I look for is one step. I walk that circle, and if he brings one step to me, I'll stop and reward him. But you know, the more you do it, the more he'll realize right here's where he wants to be with you. Not if he sits back and you got to choke him a little bit, eventually he'll realize there's air up here. But once you get that doing good, I like to go left side, right side, and get him doing it on both sides. And then, you know, a colt wouldn't want you right here beside him. So you're gonna have to go to your horn and he'll move around. Just be calm. And once he gets still, stop and rub on him. But once he's comfortable with you rubbing all over him, to me, a big part of starting a colt on another horse is you're over the top of him just like you're riding him, and he gets comfortable with you being right here. But now we're going to teach him how to spin around. Just roll this rope to the other side. Step away right here. And there again, reward him. He turned good. Let him think about it. Say good job to him. But a lot of colts, you know, you'll have to spend a lot of time right here because they don't like this rope on their hiney. But see, he got it that time. But all that's doing is moving his hip out of the way so he can come through himself and step over correctly. Now I'll go, let's spin to the right, so now let's spin him to the left. You know, a lot of times, if you can get right here on them, but they don't like that rope on their hiney, I'll take me a couple wraps and run this down here and hold it right there with my leg. And now I got him. Now this hand's free. And you can throw this over their hiney. And if he was freaking out right now, I still got him right here. Just rub that all over him. See, I still got him. He ain't going anywhere. And once he got him, and he doesn't mind that on his honey bow, you can throw this over and roll it over. But all that's doing is to teach that horse how to move his feet. And once I got him doing that good, you know, he's hooked up good and you think you can handle him on the ground. Biggest deal to me is starting him on a horse. It doesn't wear you out. Pulling him on the ground. I'll get off and put a halter on him. But everything I did on that horse, I'm gonna do on the ground now, but just on my feet. And if you have a flag, it works good. I don't have one today, but just make him walk that circle around you. You can pop on honey, and you want that rib cage picked up and stepping underneath like he's doing right there. You can pop that leg to make him step, but you always want forward motion again. And once he does it, let him walk out of it. And then give him a minute. Reward him with some time. Do it to this other side. So he's not wanting to go forward, so you can get that flag, really make that colt go forward. Because the spin is forward motion. And he did that good both ways, so now I'm gonna spin him again. And I always make him come forward after he does it. Make him come forward. Then once he does that good, I'll get my flag, rub it all over him, sack him out, just get him gentle, rubbing on him. If this lead was longer, I'd throw it underneath him and put it where your cinch goes to let him know that that's okay, because when you cinch him up, he's never been saddled before. It just gets him. The more groundwork you want to do, the better. But my thinking is get them to where you can get your saddle on him and then get on him, because they're not going to get broken unless you ride them. But once you, throw this like you're throwing a blanket over and just get them where they'll stand there. Stand right here and get him soft. And after I get mine soft right there, I always step away from them and make a quarter turn like you're spinning, just a quarter turn. But get them soft. You can't ever rub on them too much. Just rub on them. They get soft. And step away. And then that's just a little deal I do. I don't know if it helps, but it makes me feel better. But after I rub that flag all over them, get them where they'll stand here, and don't mind me being right here, I'll get my blanket. Just throw it all over them. On their head, rub it down their hiney. You know, you may have to hold him right here when the colt's jumping around until he will stand there like he is. Do anything you want to, because I don't know if y'all are like me. I hate when my saddle hits the ground, so I want to sack him out as good as I can so my saddle won't fall off. But on both sides, on his hiney, the more you do here, the better. Getting them gentle. Not being afraid to be around you. A little thing I do on colts so they don't kick you in the head. When you get your back cinch, just grab it with your toe and then grab it. Your head won't be down there where you can kick you in the head. Recrease your hat for you. Once I get him saddled, I get him pretty tight. That way my saddle don't slip. I always like just walking around them, and if they're on track by themselves, it's better. But there again, I'd have a flag. I'd flag him, get him moving out. And the biggest deal to me doing this is here in a minute when I ride him, I'm just going to be sitting on that colt. And Dale's gonna flag me around, and he's doing all the work. I'm just sitting on him because he ain't never had anybody ride him before. See, he didn't hook up right there, so make him go again. But once you got them hooked up like that, you can come in here and do them, push them around. And most generally, that'd be day one for me. I'd catch him and unsaddle him. And then tomorrow, I'd do that same thing over again. And then at this point, I'd catch him and get on him. And if you have a bigger round pen or arena, before you get on them, take them out there and do the exact same thing. Drive them around trotting, loping, and the other way. And just get some air knocked out of them so they won't bug you off. But I'll go back to everything that I have done to him. I'll do it again. Make him walk forward, stepping that leg under. And then always go the other side. In these first couple days, a longer lead, 10 or 12 foot lead, would be easier. You know, on a bronc, you wouldn't want to be right here because he might kick you. You can throw that lead over, but Superman, he's not going to do nothing. But that was pretty textbook. You want that inside leg to stay locked and step around with that front end. See, he stepped under that second step. No, I didn't like it, so I'll do it again. I always do it till they do it right. But there you go. Different colts are different. Every one will be different. If you get a little, he stepped that last way good, the last step, so I'm going to call that good for today. So you can ask too much of a colt, you can make them mad, and sometimes less is more. But I'll get to where I can stand right here and cheek them around. And always get on by their shoulder. You don't want to be standing back there, that might kick you. But I'll sit right here on them, rub on them, swing my arm like this, so it's like my leg swinging over, and they won't be scared of me. I'll cheek them around. And like I said earlier, always step away, and it gives you half a or quarter spin, I guess. And once you get on them, you sit here and rub on them. And Dale's going to drive me around. You know, he wouldn't want to just come straight at me. I'll make a full circle. Maybe he'll hook up with him. And if he don't, then he'll get that flag and drive me around, just exactly what we've done. So go ahead, Dale. But you know, I just trot right here till they're comfortable. No, keep driving me down. Rub all over them. Okay, don't make me look. Ooh. And once I get that inside lead, you know, the left lead's correct. Okay, Dale will release me. You know, I try not to just sit here. He's broke, so I picked up on him, but just sit there and let him drive you around. But now come to this other side. Turn him this way. And this is new again. He's going this way for the first time with me on him, so it's all new. Rub all over him. Once he gets to going good, throw your lead over. Okay. That's all I'll do for moving out. And there again, Dale would have a flag. And when I say okay, Dale's gonna stop. Okay. And I'm gonna bring his nose around this way. And Dale's gonna step to me right there and flag me. And then let him go. Just stay behind me, Dale. Like you had a flag flagging me. But the biggest deal to me on this is Dale needs to stop when I say okay, because if I pull that colt's head and he's still coming to me, he's going to scare the dog out of that colt. And he'll be right in the V where I'm turning. So he needs to stop. Okay, Dale. And then once you get that colt's head, that's about like the colt would be. Dale will step to me and then let him go. And then go this other way. Throw your lead over and spin him to the left. Okay, Dale. But then after that, I'll just get them soft both ways. That'd be ride one for me. I think, you know, a lot of colts don't want to move out, so I think the more time you spend in here, on some horses, it hurts you because you'll get in a fight with them because they don't want to leave. They're real tight. So I ride them first day in here, second day in a bigger pen, and then the third day I'll go outside on them. And that just gets them freed up, moving. But that's just kind of what I do. There's not a right or wrong. But the second day, I'll go out in the big pen and do that same thing, and then third day, we'll go outside.
Where'd you get your hat?
One of my buddies gave it to me.
Looks like it's got your name on it.
Yeah, Dale hooked me up.
Burson Halters. Did you make that halter?
Yes, sir.
This very halter is going to be available on dalebrisby.com. Should we sell it separate? You started Superman with this halter?
Yeah.
At Dale's, in Dale's bronc pen?
Dale's new bronc pen. It's a sweet bronc pen.
Thank you. I can get my interns to come build you one.